the After Hours Lounge on 1620 The Zone, the 1620 The Zone app, and 1620thezone.com. When 6A to 6P isn't enough, the boys have you covered. Here's Jimmy Allen and Rob Love.
Good time. It's After Hours. Jimmy Allen. That's Rob Love. Dan Campion produces the show. We got a fourth wheel.
Which one of us is load managing on a back-to-back?
Probably me.
Dan, you can't load manage.
You're the older statesman, so might need a day off. We got a rotating fourth, though. That's going to be here with us the next couple weeks. Taryn Frodema, longtime friend of the show, is back from Youngstown State. He's going to be Dan's right-hand man. He's going to learn a couple things about radio. So we'll get a couple of his takes as we go along tonight. We got a great show lined up for you. We lied to you last night. We told you we were going to have the winners of Class A and Class B from the girls' soccer tournament.
Gratulations to them.
They will be here tomorrow. Both of their respective teams' male components are playing tonight, so they're going to be a little bit busy rooting on the Gretna and Scott
winning is a busy
boys'
job.
Soccers, respectively. There's a chance. I mean, think about that. There's a chance that boys and girls in Class A and B are going to be represented by the same school. That's incredible. And obviously, Scott, no stranger to success. 3 in a row for the girls. The boys trying to get 2 out of 3. Gretna trying to do the same thing. So we'll see what happens tonight, and then maybe all 4 in studio tomorrow. We'll see how it all shakes out. We'll keep you posted on that. But before we get there, we have to do tonight. Are the Yankees a bunch of cheaters? I defend my boys at 6:15. At 6:30, there's a mass push to get sports gambling legalized in the state of Nebraska by the College World Series, and Matt Olberding, from Lincoln Journal-Star is going to join us at 6:30 to talk about all things going on sports gambling-wise in the state of Nebraska. Speaking of the state of Nebraska, Brian Munson from Husker Online joins us to talk about all things Nebraska recruiting, the fallout from Dylan Raiola, what's next, and more. And at 7:30, there's like 16 different sports topics surrounding the Nebraska-Colorado football game. So there's a ton of that in buy or sell tonight at 7:30. Follow the show at After Hours 1620 on Twitter as well. Dylan Raiola picks Georgia. We talked about it last night. We're probably talking about it for ad nauseum when he wins 2 national championships in Athens between now and the time he leaves the Bulldogs.
Not so
program.
fast, my friend.
Ooh, okay.
But go ahead.
Give me a percent before I continue. Give me a percentage. Over under 20%, he finishes out his career in Athens, Georgia.
Like 4 years?
Well, okay, 3, but because if you're the number 1 overall player in the country, number 1 overall quarterback, expectations are probably playing on Sundays sooner rather than later, right?
I mean, definitely. On Sundays, I mean, that's kind of written. I mean, that's kind of grandfathered in at this point.
Okay.
Look, high school football is huge in America. Don't get me wrong, all across all 50 United States.
Yeah.
What is number 1 in high school? Does it always translate to college? And I'm just saying in general. I'm not saying I've seen Dylan's video.
93%.
He's awesome.
Of the number 1 rated players in the country coming out of high school since that statistic has been have been drafted in the first 3 rounds.
Does it?
It's not even getting drafted.
Spencer Rattler is going to get drafted.
He was never the number 1 player though. He was the number 1 pro style quarterback, but he was like 17
freshman of the year, Big 12.
Yeah, but he doesn't even play in the Big 12 anymore.
Well, there you go.
So back to
but anyway, I'm just saying, yeah.
We're gonna get to Ari Wasserman's article in a second that from the Athletic today that he wrote about Dylan Raiola. But I don't know why, but there just seems to be
30%, by the way.
A feeling around this program that feels Bo Pelini-esque. Like when Bo Pelini and crew first got to Nebraska, and I firmly believe that what we're seeing already out of this coaching staff, I believe Matt Rule will be more successful than Bo Pelini long-term in Nebraska. And here's why I say this. Every year around this time, there comes out an article from somebody nationally that says, oh, Nebraska should have been happy with Bo Pelini and they should have never fired Frank Solich. Would Nebraska trade its left foot to be winning 9 games a year at this point? Absolutely. But people always lose sight of the fact for every 10-4 season, There was a 9-6 loss to Iowa State. There was a 9-6 loss to Texas A&M. There was a 31-10 loss to Texas Tech in Lincoln in 2009, which was the best season Bo Pelini ever had. And a lot of that, like think back to year one, Bo. We're talking 2008 here. You have that Virginia Tech loss, and everybody was like, obviously, it was upset about the loss, but felt good about the direction of the program. And then you watch that game back, and you look at the fact that Bo Pelini had 2 personal foul penalties against him that eventually caused Nebraska that game. And if you can dial it back in, you being Matt Rhule, if Matt Rhule and his coaching staff are able to do the small details well, we know for a fact that 9-4, 9-3, 10-4 is possible here because we've seen it done consistently since everything has changed in college football. Now NIL's in the mix, and there's a lot of things have changed since then also. But what I see when I see Matt Rhule is I see a guy who is trying to put Jeff Sims ahead of him, who is trying to put the guy in the uniform ahead of the guy wearing the headset on the sideline. In the last 2 quote-unquote program-changing coaches that were hired here, because nobody felt that way about Mike Riley, but with Bo Pelini and Scott Frost, they were the headline. And to Bo Pelini's detriment, sometimes he was the punchline. Now, people gave Frost a little bit of a pass because he had won a national championship here, and there was success, and he wasn't hitting referees in the face with a hat. But for Matt Rhule, it kind of and I take this back to the transfer portal comment when he said, I'm not worried about the transfer portal. I'm worried about coaching my guys. I believe that because I think he wants it to be about the name on the back of the jersey, not the guy whose office is in the North Stadium. And I think this program sorely needs that.
Yeah. I mean, he's a cerebral coach. He's a thinker. He doesn't coach with a lot of emotion like Pelini did, obviously.
Yeah.
But he spent a lot more time being emotional on the sidelines than he did.
You can point at every key loss that Nebraska had under Bo Pelini.
Just look at him. Look at his face.
And direct it to a blow up on the sideline. Think about that Kansas State loss where he's reprimanding Taylor Martinez on the sideline.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, just things like that. And obviously, I already referenced the Virginia Tech game. But with Matt Rhule, I would be obviously he's an emotional guy, but he just seems so dialed into the details. I think there's going to be a lot of struggles next season.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to be the outlier, not the rule.
Yeah, no. Yes, Matt Rhule is definitely he's an emotional guy, but there's a difference between Bo would let it take him over.
Yeah.
And he'd just be done.
And he couldn't help himself.
He would check out mentally. You could see it on his face. Rhule is just anytime I've seen him emotional, he's getting on the refs. Hey, about a call or something like that.
And then dialed in the next
I've
play.
never seen him ride down on a player during a game.
Sure.
With national television watching him. You know what I mean? This is what Matt Rhule is right on time for this program.
This is what got me. Dylan Raiola is what got me thinking about this practice, I guess we want to call it that, but this thought process, because everybody was upset yesterday that Dylan Raiola chose Georgia, but nobody was really like for as bad as Nebraska Twitter can be. It was pretty subdued yesterday. Maybe a little bit of that is because it's been rumored that it's been Georgia for a couple of months before this even happened. But I think a lot of it is because they look and they listen to the guy that's in charge, and he's not talking about maybes and ifs and we're going to be dangerous and look how fast we are and we're this and we're that.
Yeah.
He's talking about, hey, we're going to figure out what we have and figure out where our strengths are before we even determine what kind of defense we're going to run. We feel really comfortable with Jeff Sims, and we want to establish the fact that we're going to use a fullback, and we want to be a little more old school instead of saying, well, you watch us in 2 years, and it's going to be a little bit different. It's not about 2 years down the road. It's about let's get this thing fixed right now. Let's build this thing brick by brick, one day by day.
Growth.
And get 1% better every day. And there's no empty promises about championships. It's we're going to recruit different looking talent around here. We're going to establish a defense that we can ride, and we're going to play ball control. And there's an understanding, and I don't know why this is important, but it feels important here. There's an understanding of what the goal is. And I don't know if we ever heard the previous 2 coaching staffs, maybe even 3 back to Pelini, talk about end goals. Obviously, championships, bowl games, national titles are end goals, but how do we get there? And there's an understanding right now with Matt Rhule, specifically in year 1, we're going to run the ball. We're not going to run no huddle. We're going to put a fullback in there. We're going to ask them to do different things. We are going to try to take the top off of the defense on a couple of plays. But
he's showing you the blueprint.
You know what to expect from a man that's never coached a game in this state. Yeah. And I don't know if I felt that way about the last 2 coaching staffs. And that tells me that if he's able to explain that to us, the fans and the media, he's probably doing a pretty damn good job of it in the locker room too.
Absolutely. We've heard nothing. I mean, granted, some guys have chose to depart from the team,
which was expected. Not
but have any of them had anything ill to say about
necessity?
Yeah, have any of them said anything ill about Coach Rhule and the rest of the staff?
I believe all of them, except for AJ Allen, who didn't say anything, have thanked this coaching staff for the opportunity.
Yeah, and it'd be real easy for guys on the way out, right, to post on any comment board, you know, what the feelings may be, but they haven't. That's respect.
I know a lot of people have kind of thrown some dirt or shade at JoJo Domann in the last couple of days because of what he said last week about getting off the path and unfocused or whatever. And he didn't really even say anything that bad.
Right.
Probably could have said a whole lot worse.
Think it was that bad. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and I think that's when you have a guy, and we're going to get to Deion in Colorado in a little bit, but when you have a guy just to the left of you telling everybody pack your bags and get out and whatever, and then you have a man in Matt Rhule come in and say, hey, we're going to vet the process and we're going to make sure this is organized and we're going to help you get wherever you need to go if you're not going to be here. Something to be said about leadership. And I say that to say this. You're never going to see me be a Colorado apologist, but for Deion, a lot of people lose fact that he's only been a head coach for 2 years. Yeah. We've seen up close and personal what it looks like when a coach that's only been head coach for 2 years leaves a group of 5, or in this case, a SWAC school. It comes to a power. It's a pretty big jump and a wake-up call. So we'll see how that shakes out. If you missed the opening segment tonight, check it out at soundcloud.com/afterhours 1620. That segment is brought to you by Caddyshack Bar and Grill. They've got 2 great locations, 117th in Blondo or 181st in Harrison. It's all-day happy hour at Caddyshack. $1 off every drink in the entire bar. You can also grab yourself a chicken club sandwich and fries for just $10.95. Caddyshack is the official watering hole of After Hours on 1620 The Zone. We'll be right back, giving you the smoke. She wouldn't be all on the phone right now trying to get up this. She don't love. Hey everyone, it's Jimmy Allen here for the Corn Belt League. The top developmental college baseball league is right here in Omaha. It's played over at J.J. Isaacson Field. If you have the ability to help out a young college baseball player continue his dream of playing college baseball in the offseason, and you can open up your home this summer, check out cornbeltleague.com and find out how to become a host parent tonight.
Your Omaha area forecast from Knoyer Garden Center and KETV Newswatch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
So very pleasant through this evening with the mostly sunny skies and temperatures in the 70s. Mostly clear later tonight. We should drop back to around 53 for the low. And mainly sunny and really nice Wednesday, a high temperature 83. I am Chief Meteorologist Bill Ranby from KETV Newswatch 7.
Take your business to the next level. Reach more customers and expand your online presence. Pixel Fire Marketing is here to help. Pixel Fire Marketing creates high-quality professional websites tailored to your business. Their experts are with you every step of the way to make sure your website is visually appealing, user-friendly, and optimized for search engines. They also offer web design, development, hosting, and maintenance. Get started on your website. Visit pixelfiremarketing.com. That's pixelfiremarketing.com now to learn more.
What's better than smoked meats? Smoked meats and sweet treats. Get the 402 barbecue truck to come to your event or stop by 402 Barbecue's drive-thru at 84th and Spring today. Try Rob and Jimmy's favorite, it's the Cadillac. It's brisket and pork topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Choose between one of their 6 handmade sauces to pair up with your favorite sandwich. Mention After Hours and the 402 Barbecue team will throw in a free soda with purchase.
Sure is hot.
Yeah, why can't we cover our deck like Mike and Cheryl did?
Yeah, their deck sure is nice.
The ice in my drink melted.
Be the hero of your own story and protect your family from the sun. Call Forsman's Finest Decks and get your deck covered this summer.
How's your drink, sweetie?
Just fine. Thanks for calling Forsman's Finest Decks.
Spend more quality time outside without getting burned. Check out forsmansfinest.com today and have the finest summer yet.
Whether your baseball player is looking for rookie development to build a foundation for better baseball tomorrow, all-star camps to improve skills, make new friends and have fun, or advanced training from college coaches and players to teach them the proper approach and mindset to provide the best opportunity to improve their game, the Strike Zone has a summer camp that's right for you. Camps are running in June and July with a variety of times and levels of skill available. Head over to StrikeZoneOmaha.com and click camps to sign up the player in your life today.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the Academy at 10700 Sapp Brothers Drive in Omaha or at GoingVerticalOmaha.com. That's GoingVerticalOmaha.com.
If you're a home or business owner and need affordable and reliable electrical work done, look no further than Alpha Electrical Contractors. There's no job too big or too small for them. They can update your electrical system and enhance your current lighting situation. Brighten your living room or office space today. Call Alpha Electrical Contractors at 402-253-4789. That's 402-253-4789. Alpha Electrical Contractors, family owned and taking care of Nebraska.
Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear is the premier suit buying experience in the Metro. Stop by the store at 78th and Dodge for all your wedding and business attire needs. We've been making sure Omaha is looking sharp for the past 50 years, and we can do it for you. From Mizzen and Maine to Johnny O, if you're trying to look your best, Jerry Ryan has you covered. Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, 7824 West Dodge Road in Omaha.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
Well, what do you know? Spring's finally arrived. Good thing, because Chesterman Coca-Cola and Hy-Vee have teamed up with Omaha's Henry Dorley Zoo, voted America's #1 zoo for a cool Coca-Cola deal. From April 19th through May 17th, you can go to any Omaha, Council Bluffs, or Papillion Hy-Vee stores and get 3 packages of 7.5-ounce mini cans for just $11. Core Power High Protein drinks are 2 for $5, and Core Power Elite High Protein drinks are 2 for $7. Pick some up today.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
That sound can only mean one thing. It's time for your Bellevue Sports Minute. And luckily tonight, both games are done before the show starts. So Grandview falls to our in-town fans, Doane, 3-2. And your number 5 Bellevue Bruins get the win tonight. 6-3 over Oklahoma City. Tomorrow at noon, it'll be an Oklahoma City and Doane showdown. Each team has 1 loss, so obviously 2-loss tournament. They got to play each other at least once more.
Round robin.
And the winner of that game will go on to play Bellevue at 3:30. So we'll have a full update for you tomorrow before the show starts.
Bruins could be off to playing for a national championship shortly after that. Congratulations, Coach Monlux and the guys, for getting it done. Obviously, a little bit of home field advantage for our Bruins, but congratulations to those gentlemen nonetheless. Speaking of baseball, it is time for the Who Wants This Smoke segment.
Baseball.
Aaron Judge wants the smoke.
I'm glad you served this up.
I'm not, because this was going to be my social media soundbite.
Oh,
I mean, there's probably
I'm sure there's
probably
another
enough
angle
to get to.
Yeah,
yeah.
There's another angle I'm sure you could add in there, Dan.
I see what you did there. Another angle. All right. Hey, I say that to say this. Let me ask you this. Think he's looking at anything? Is there anything it was an away game. They're in Toronto. Why did I just say Toronto like that?
Were his parents in town? Were they sitting right behind the dugout?
The rumor and innuendo out there is that there was something happening in the dugout. And Aaron Judge said
can't call time.
Aaron Judge said afterwards that he was afraid a fan got into the dugout.
What are you gonna do?
I was gonna say I know you're 6'10", you got long legs. I don't know if you're getting over there in time to help anything. Yeah. And just happenstance, he hit the home run on the very next pitch. I want you to turn your radios up a little bit right now and listen very, very closely.
Especially you Yankee fans.
No. This is for everybody.
Okay. All right.
I don't care if you're a Pirates, a Dodgers, a Diamondbacks, a Rangers fan. I don't care who you're a fan of. Your team is stealing signs right now. Everybody does it. I don't care if you're on the road, Aaron Judge. There's no such thing as coincidence. I understand that Aaron Judge hits a ton of home runs. Can we just call it what it is? Can everybody just come out and go, okay, before we get caught, by the way, we did it too. Maybe it's not trash cans and it's not as obscene, and maybe it's even worse than what the Astros were doing. But you're kind of stupid if you're not doing it, right? With as much as technology, listen, I don't want to hear it's for you. You got to play the game the right way. Nobody's playing. This is $1 billion business, and everybody's trying to get ahead.
This is not the angle that I thought you were going to take on this, by the way. I thought you were going to jump to Aaron Judge's defense.
No.
So it's don't believe the baseball player when he says that I heard some chatter from the dugout and there was some crap talking.
How many guys are in the
6-0.
dugout?
All of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No fan is getting any further than that door.
I don't know about that, but I think that's a possibility.
Also,
they're literally right next to the dugout.
If you're going to jump in the dugout, you're going over the top.
Oh, you mean jump? Yeah, well,
yeah,
that's different.
Okay, let's say top blows off tomorrow and comes out. All 30 teams have been tampering, and there's signs. What do you do?
If
you just lean into it,
if it is that rampant, this is where the unwritten rules of the game apply. Meaning, Aaron Judge, you're stealing our signs. Somebody's stealing signs for you. Chin check next time you're at bat.
All right, but
we'll see how far it goes.
Here's the thing, though, because I get that. I get that sense.
That's the only thing that's going to stop it.
But back to the point you just made about what's Aaron Judge.
Manfred ain't stopping it.
About Aaron Judge, what's he going to do by the time he gets to the dugout? It's also a 6'10" grown man with a bat in his hand.
We all know Yankee Stadium security ain't worth a darn.
Yeah, I mean, but who the hell's stopping that from getting to the mound?
Look, that's fine, great, awesome. Then you call time and you step out of the box. So you tell the ump, hey man, I'm not stepping back in the box, so that's taken care of. He didn't step out of the box. When he was the still shot that I saw, I didn't even have to watch the video. The still shot that I saw has him trying to look with peripheral, but he had to turn his eyes
horribly, by the way.
And he was bringing his hands back.
Aaron, you're not winning any Oscars.
He was bringing his hands back to get ready for the pitch. Cheating. Air cheating.
Obviously, kind of keep this in New York reference. You had the what's my guy's name? The New York radio host last week, Evan Roberts, who came out and said he doesn't have evidence, but clearly the Tampa Bay Rays are cheating. It's low payroll, high win rate, consistency, even with turnover.
And they all came back hitting like over 250,
over 310,
over 3.
Yeah,
Wander Franco might pick for MVP
for their original starting 9. And people were murdering this man for making this assumption. It's not like you don't have evidence of this happening elsewhere. And by the way, if somebody that's never been to Tropicana Field, there's an echo in the whole stadium because nobody's in the seats.
Echo.
So even if they are cheating, nobody's there to catch them anyway. I don't know. I think this is a much bigger problem in baseball, and they found the face of the league to kind of pin this on now. And I think we're the Titanic and we just hit the iceberg. I think this is about to open up a whole bunch of more doors.
When it starts to hurt attendance because people don't have faith in the product that they're watching.
See, that's where I'm coming from, though. If I am as sure as I am, the sky is blue. I'm that sure that every team is doing this to
I don't doubt you.
To some degree.
I don't doubt you. Yeah.
As a league, just lean into it. I don't know if we go to a microphone earphone system between the pitcher and the catcher, but it's 2023. Like, I understand we got the pitch clock now and baseball's changing and you can't change the purity of it. Okay, well, you're either evolving or you're dying.
Why do they allow so much technology in the dugouts?
That's what I don't understand either.
You got guys with their phones in there. You got guys with laptops.
You have cameras all over the stadium.
We don't need that many cameras, especially aimed right at the catcher. We really don't need that. We got the first baseline, third baseline from behind the catcher.
Me, random guy number 247-369-8543, watching a baseball game in Omaha, Nebraska, knows what the pitch is before it's delivered. And we don't think that a team that has something to lose or win is getting that information just by staring at them.
Yeah.
It's just mind-blowing to me how people are just in awe and can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, no, I am.
This isn't your son's.
And I'm a purist about
this
baseball.
This isn't your son's 6-year-old T-ball league. This is a $1 billion industry
where winning matters.
Endless amounts of technology at their disposal.
And not to mention, he's coming off of the 62 home run year.
Yeah.
So he had to back that up somehow, right?
I think Roger.
Obviously, if he's cheating, if he's getting signs, everybody's getting signs, right?
Yeah. If Aaron Judge is doing it, the random third string shortstop for the Padres.
So that's your litmus test. Who had the worst batting average last year, and what's their average right now?
And I hate to say it, but this is what
Gleyber Torres.
This is what happens when you take away somebody's advantage. And I'm not condoning steroids, but if they couldn't get an advantage that way, they were going to find another way to do it.
That's how bad hitting is.
I'm just going
to right now.
I'm just going to real quickly point out that this has been a problem, cheating in baseball since the sport was created.
Hold on.
Yeah.
If you think this is unique to baseball, you're not paying attention.
I was listening to something this morning, and I can't remember, and I'd love to be able to cite my sources right now, where this guy literally goes,
journalism. There's a college student here right now that's studying how to do this. Is that you don't do it. Go ahead, Dan.
Well, this is an opinion show.
Okay, that's right. 402-951-6220. We'd love yours.
Yeah, let's get your opinion. But no, baseball, very rigorously tested. The NFL, all of those guys are like, hey, we know exactly when we're getting tested.
Yeah.
The NBA is like, we know when we're getting tested too. And we have literally gotten high immediately after games in the locker room.
They don't test in the NBA for
not for
that.
Not for the Devil's lettuce anyway.
Herbal essence.
Yeah, but back to the NFL thing. I mean,
lettuce.
it's perfectly normal for guys to be able to bench press Volkswagens like the offensive lineman in the NFL can. There's probably nothing going on there. Hey, if you missed the Who Wants to Smoke segment, check it out. SoundCloud.com/AfterHours1620 is brought to you by 402 Barbecue. Stop by. It's National Barbecue Day today. Stop by 402 Stop by 402 Barbecue Monday through Saturday from 11 to 6. Try mine and Rob's personal favorites, the Cadillac sandwich. It's brisket, it's pork, it's topped off with their world famous smoked mac and cheese. Make sure you mention to Kelly and the team you heard about them on After Hours. She's going to throw in a free soda with a purchase and the mention of our show. It's 402 Barbecue, 3027 South 84th Street. Stop by tomorrow and grab lunch. We'll be right back with Matt Olberding from the Lincoln Journal. Starts his first sports talk radio show appearance. We come back on 1620 Zone.
Your world, you can understand my dream. I could be anywhere.
Hey everyone, it's Jimmy Allen here for Alpha Electrical Contractors. If you need a little extra shade in your living room, but you're afraid of putting some extra lights in, you don't want to quite close those curtains up, no problem. Let Alpha Electrical Contractors come out and brighten your home today so you don't have to change the way you watch TV. Maybe you have a business that needs extra lighting in your office for your clients to feel more at home. No job too big or too small for Alpha Electrical Contractors. Give them a call tonight, 402-253-4789. Have Alpha Electrical Contractors come out and brighten your home or business today.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
When you think Caddyshack, you think about an unforgettable dining experience. Stop in for Meatloaf Monday for just $10.95. Tuesdays are all about the happy with dollar drinks during all-day happy hour. Celebrate a Wing Wednesday with after hours. Thursday is spaghetti night for $10.95 a plate. Or grab some lunch on Fridays with the $12.95 hot beef sandwich. Caddyshack. 2 great locations off of 117th and Blondo and 180th and Harrison. The official watering hole of After Hours on 1620 The Zone.
Why are we staining this deck again?
It's got to be done.
Look at Mike and Cheryl. They never have to stain their deck. They just get to sit out there and enjoy life.
That low maintenance sure looks great.
What's stopping us from having the finer things in life?
Are you already dreading working out in the heat on that deck again this summer? Get yourself a low-maintenance deck. Check out Foresman'sFinest.com and have the finest deck builders in Omaha come build your dream deck this summer.
Hey, Mark, that's a fine-looking deck.
Thanks, Mike. Got it from Forceman's Finest Decks.
Check out Foresman'sFinest.com today and have the finest deck in Omaha.
Whether your baseball player is looking for rookie development to build a foundation for better baseball tomorrow, all-star camps to improve skills, make new friends and have fun, or advanced training from college coaches and players to teach them the proper approach and mindset to provide the best opportunity to improve their game, the Strike Zone has a summer camp that's right for you. Camps are running in June and July with a variety of times and levels of skill available. Head over to StrikeZoneOmaha.com and click camps to sign up the player in your life today.
It's wedding season, and if you need a suit for you, your groomsmen, maybe even your father-in-law, look no further than Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. Family owned and operated, Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear has been making sure grooms all across the Midwest look great on the big day for the past 50 years. Suits, sports coats, jackets, you name it, they have it. Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, 7824 West Dodge Road in Omaha.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
Did you know that Bellevue University is investing nearly $32 million into its campus facilities in the next few years? Construction is underway on the brand new athletics field house, and there's already a multi-million-dollar science lab and sustainability greenhouse, a state-of-the-art cybersecurity lab, modern apartment-style student housing, and a contemporary math lab. Schedule a campus tour soon and see the Bellevue campus for yourself.
A smoke-free environment is the only way to fully protect from the dangers of secondhand smoke. That's why smoke-free policies are so important to me. Whether it's in my car, apartment building, or when I'm dining outdoors, there's no place for secondhand smoke or e-cigarette aerosol. Breathe easier knowing the facts. Visit smokefree.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Duck Defense Midwest makes your home healthier and improves the life of your HVAC system. So improve the health of your home and everyone in it. Go to cleanairradio.com for a special duct cleaning offer for Zone listeners. That's cleanairradio.com.
You are listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
6:35 on a Tuesday night here on 1620 Zone. We're brought to you by Bellevue University. Head over to bellevue.edu and become a Bruin tonight. We've got a first-timer tonight Joining us from the Lincoln Journal-Star, Matt Olberding joins us. Matt, good evening, sir, and welcome into the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Are you super excited for your first Sports Talk radio appearance?
I am.
Hopefully we won't disappoint you tonight then. Obviously the Nebraska Racing and Gaming Commission approved sports wagering on Friday. The layout includes the major sports, NBA, NFL, yada, yada, yada. Do you see the ability for apps like FanDuel, Circus Sports, DraftKings, etc., becoming available sooner rather than later? Do you think that's something a ways down the road?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know how apps are going to work in Nebraska because of the way the Nebraska law is set up. I mean, you have to, unless they change the law down the road, you have to physically place your bets in one of the casinos. So Warhorse has partnered with a sportsbook company called Kambi. It's Kambi. They're actually an international company based in Malta, and they're going to do the sportsbook at both the Lincoln and the Omaha Warhorse casinos. And so, the way the Nebraska law works is you have to go into the casino physically and place a bet either at a betting window or an electronic kiosk that they're going to set up. And if they do eventually allow apps, I'm assuming it'll work the same way. You'll be able to use the app, but you'll still have to be, on the casino property to be able to access it.
Matt, because I understand how skeptical some of us are here in the state, and clearly prior to the voting on this sports gambling getting passed, some of them thought that sports gambling was Satan. Are there still any real concerns about local college sports athletes being affected or approached either to place bets themselves or to fix games?
Yeah, well, that's not really my area of expertise. Of course, the way the legislature set up the law here, there's no gambling allowed on college contests that take place in Nebraska. So you can't bet on Nebraska or Creighton or UNO when they're playing in Nebraska. And since the rules that are set up allow betting on Division II football and all the way down to Division III basketball, I'm assuming that those rules will apply to teams like UNK, Chadron, Wayne State, Nebraska
in the state
Wesleyan,
system, yeah.
Those as well. So, I mean, whatever your opinion is about that law, I mean, that's the way it's going to work. When the Huskers are playing, football on Black Friday, the year it's here in Lincoln, you won't be able to bet on the game, at least here in Nebraska. When it's in Iowa City, you would be able to bet on it. That's my understanding of how the law is set up to work.
Which is really interesting because it sounds like the sportsbook in Lincoln maybe is open as early as next month before the College World Series. Obviously, that takes place here in Omaha. Do you think that was always the target time frame, or do you think it just conveniently worked out that way?
Yeah, I think that's what they're shooting for now. Actually, I think originally their target time frame was they wanted to be ready to go for the Super Bowl, and then that didn't happen. They wanted to be ready to go for March Madness. That didn't happen. And a lot of that had to do with rules not being ready. I mean, up until that vote on Friday, they didn't have the sports catalog laid out with what sports you'd even be able to bet on. So now it's just a question of the vendor for Warhorse getting all their application paperwork in so they can get approval. So Lynn McNally, who's the CEO of the Nebraska Horsemen, who of course are partnering with the Winnebago tribe,
right.
Ho-Chunk, its economic development arm, to do the Warhorse Casino. She told me on Friday after the meeting that they hope to be ready in time for the College World Series. The next Racing and Gaming Commission meeting, I think, is June 9th. I don't know if that's the exact date, but
that's what I had written down
for the College World Series. So assuming they get that paperwork in, and those vendors are able to get their approval, my assumption is that then Warhorse would be able to open the sports book in Lincoln.
Do they have a forecasted annual income for Nebraska from sports gambling yet? And should we see any tax, or should we expect any tax benefit from this new taxable income for the state?
Well, yeah, I mean, the sports betting is taxed at the 20% rate, 20% of gross revenue, just like the the slots now and then table games when they're available will be. So yeah, I would assume that you'll see, some fairly significant revenue. I don't know if they get it open in time for the College World Series, I assume there will be some pretty significant betting activity for that. But, over the rest of the summer, I don't know, how much betting is going to take place on, like Major League Baseball or whatever other sports happen then. But come August, when college football, September when pro football are both going on, I assume, it'll be pretty significant. Just the temporary casinos in Lincoln and then the one in Grand Island with nothing but slot machines have been generating well over $1 million a month in gaming taxes. So it's pretty significant, and it'll get a lot bigger when you've got slots, table games, sports betting, all the casinos are open to their full extent. I don't remember the numbers exactly from the studies they did before, but it was tens of millions of dollars a year in gaming taxes that they're expecting to generate.
Matt Olberding from the Lincoln Journal-Star joining us here on After Hours. Matt, obviously, we've heard the naysayers about gambling in the state for a long time, and the votes went out to get this thing kind of rolling. Do you expect there to be a lot of pushback after the sports book opens, and could the legality of this stuff be revisited down the road, in your opinion?
I don't think so. The voters approved it overwhelmingly. It was like a 2-to-1 vote in 2020. The legislature set up the framework for gambling here. The Racing and Gaming Commission has done their part. They approved the casino part of it. I think it was in December of 2021, actually. It's been vetted. Those rules have been vetted by the Attorney General. They were approved by the governor. I don't see any of that being revisited. What I could see is, after things have been going for a while, after the powers that be are able to see how it works, there may be some push down the road to maybe revisit some of those rules, like the, no betting on Nebraska teams when they're playing in Nebraska, like the not allowing online betting. I expect that those things will be revisited a year or two or more down the road, but I don't think there's going to be any. I mean, it's legal. It was voted on. The framework was put in place and voted on. It's here to stay.
If it opened tomorrow, who would your first bet be on?
I am not a real big betting guy.
That's what they all say.
Boy, if it opened tomorrow, geez. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm a huge soccer fan, and one of the things that's not in the betting catalog is there's not very much soccer at all.
Sure.
Actually, the only soccer in there is college soccer. The MLS is not in their betting catalog. I asked the executive director of the Racing and Gaming Commission why that was, and he said that they based their laws on what Wyoming was doing, and apparently betting on soccer is not real popular in Wyoming. So
that's weird.
I would definitely like to see soccer in there, but yeah. Boy, if I had to place a bet tomorrow, maybe on a Major League Baseball game.
All right. Hey, Matt, we appreciate it. It's Matt Olberding from the Lincoln Journal-Star. Matt, we appreciate it. Maybe we'll catch up with you when the book opens and get your thoughts on what's going on.
Sounds good.
Appreciate it, buddy. Have a great night. If you missed Matt's segment, want to know what's happening in the Racing and Gaming Commission, check it out. SoundCloud.com/AfterHours1620 is brought to you by Going Vertical Omaha. Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier training facility in the Midwest, working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way up through the pros. GVBA offers a variety of packages, from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the academy at GoingVerticalOmaha.com tonight. We'll be right back. Find out what's trending on social media on 1620 The Zone. Hey, everyone. Jimmy Allen here for Pyramid Roofing. If it gets a little drafty in your house, maybe your roof's leaking, spring is here. So let the number one roofer in Omaha, 12 consecutive years, come out, take care of your roof, your windows, your gutters, your siding, maybe your co-host steps on your toes. They take care of it all at Pyramid Roofing. Give them a call tonight at 402-502-9300 or check out pyramidroof.com to book a free estimate today.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
Take your business to the next level. Reach more customers and expand your online presence. Pixel Fire Marketing is here to help. Pixel Fire Marketing creates high-quality professional websites tailored to your business. Their experts are with you every step of the way to make sure your website is visually appealing, user-friendly, and optimized for search engines. They also offer web design, development, hosting, and maintenance. Get started on your website. Visit pixelfiremarketing.com. That's pixelfiremarketing.com now to learn more.
Sure is hot.
Yeah, why can't we cover our deck like Mike and Cheryl did?
Yeah, their deck sure is nice.
The ice in my drink melted.
Be the hero of your own story and protect your family from the sun. Call Forsman's Finest Decks and get your deck covered this summer.
How's your drink, sweetie?
Just fine. Thanks for calling Forsman's Finest Decks.
Spend more quality time outside without getting burned. Check out forsmansfinest.com today and have the finest summer yet.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the academy at 10700 Sapp Brothers Drive in Omaha or at goingverticalomaha.com. That's goingverticalomaha.com.
I know I need to pay attention to my health, but I just can't seem to find the time. Between rushing to work and taking care of the kids, there's not much time left over for me. So I decided to start small by eating more fruits and vegetables and being more active. And then I got the family to make some changes too. We started by keeping a bowl of fresh fruit on the counter, and I limit the amount of sweet snacks I keep in the house. I've also found some creative ways to add more vegetables to our meals. We're taking more walks, and on the weekends, we head down to the pool at the rec center. It doesn't happen every day, but it does happen. You don't have to change your entire life to be healthier. Just make some simple changes and include your family. You'll see how easy and fun it can be.
You can make a difference. Eat smart, play hard. And when you do, your kids will too. A challenge from USDA.
If you're a home or business owner and need affordable and reliable electrical work done, look no further than Alpha Electrical Contractors. There's no job too big or too small for them. They can update your electrical system and enhance your current lighting situation. Brighten your living room or office space today. Call Alpha Electrical Contractors at 402-253-4789. That's 402-253-4789. Alpha Electrical Contractors, family owned and taking care of Nebraska. Well, what do you know? Spring's finally arrived. Good thing, because Chesterman Coca-Cola and Hy-Vee have teamed up with Omaha's Henry Dorley Zoo, voted America's #1 zoo for a cool Coca-Cola deal. From April 19th through May 17th, you can go to any Omaha, Council Bluffs, or Papillion Hy-Vee stores and get 3 packages of 7.5-ounce mini cans for just $11. Core Power High Protein drinks are 2 for $5, and Core Power Elite High Protein drinks are 2 for $7. Pick some up today.
Social Security is with you through life's journey from birth to retirement. As your life changes year to year, so do your needs. For over 80 years, Social Security has helped to meet your needs and is committed to improving access to the services that make a difference in your life. Today, you can verify your earnings, estimate your future benefits, apply for retirement, manage your benefits, and even change your address, all from the comfort of your home. Social Security's online services help put you in control with secure access to your information anytime, anywhere, allowing you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
When you think Caddyshack, you think about an unforgettable dining experience. Stop in for Meatloaf Monday for just $10.95. Tuesdays are all about the happy with dollar drinks during all-day happy hour. Celebrate a Wing Wednesday with after hours. Thursday is spaghetti night for $10.95 a plate. Or grab some lunch on Fridays with the $12.95 hot beef sandwich. Caddyshack. 2 great locations off of 117th and Blondo and 180th and Harrison. The official watering hole of After Hours on 1620 The Zone.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Tuesday night here on 1620 The Zone. Obviously, the highly anticipated Victor Wembanyama show starts in about 10 minutes. We will let you know if he gets drafted number 1 overall. Spoiler alert, that's happening. But I'm Jimmy Allen. That's Rob Love, Dan Campion, and Taryn Ferdima producing the show tonight. Brought to you by Bellevue University. Head over to bellevue.edu. Come brewing today. After you do that, check out Twitter and find out what's trending. But if you don't want to, Dan Campion's going to let us know right now what the social media soundbite is. Dan, what do you got for us?
Let me get on my announcer voice.
You know, did I ruin your social media soundbite? I guess I probably kind of stepped on it there. Didn't I?
Oh, no. I've got one that we didn't even get to yesterday that I thought maybe we would. So that's why I like random things on Twitter. So I just want to let people know out there, if you follow me on Twitter and you see me, a Packers fan, liking Bears stuff, because it's interesting for the show and I'm considering it for the social media soundbite.
Big Bears guy, Dan Campion.
It has nothing to do
right now. Can we get a bear down?
With your co-host being a Bears fan, right?
Oh, it has everything to do with my co-host being a Bears fan.
All right.
Because I respect Rob Love.
There you go.
But
I respect Dan.
I respect Rob Love. I respect Justin Fields. Because this is respect.
He knows the struggle.
Because he's black? What was that all about?
Whoa. I'm already sweating enough.
Is it a problem?
I'm just, hey, listen.
All right.
It's my job to iterate to the people listening what's happening in the studio.
All right. Moving on to the social media soundbite before we get into race relations talk.
Before we get canceled.
From Sunday Night Football on NBC.
Good, Chris Berman.
Peacock, a.k.a. The Cock, will become the home of the first ever exclusive live-streamed NFL playoff game on January the 13th of 2024.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's not going to be on NBC. It's only going to be streaming on The Cock.
Nobody's watching.
If you're Cox Cable, you puckering up a little bit right now? Is this worrisome to you? You don't think so?
No.
Listen, that might be an old guy take because you know me. I've been loyal to Cox Cable for a long time. Thinking about
cutting the cord.
I might be cutting the cord.
I cut it a while ago.
But see,
I'm never going back. Can I pub YouTube TV? I just did.
Yeah, well, YouTube if you like to sponsor the show.
I've tried them all. Let me preface that. I've tried all the services.
Taryn, we need your assistance. Walk over here and grab this microphone for a second.
I've tried all the services. YouTube TV, in my opinion, is the best.
Because Dan, you are 30?
About to be, yeah.
So you're 29. Taryn, you're 21.
I'll be 21 in October.
Not old enough to drink, so obviously you're the younger statesman in the room.
We got a real good cross section.
Is this an old guy take here? Are you and the people that you fraternize with out of Youngstown State? Are you guys completely off the cable trend?
Kind of. Everything's streaming services now. I mean, I don't like the whole Peacock trend. A lot of things are going on Peacock exclusively. Mm-hmm. I'm hating it.
Yeah.
I like you just mentioned, put it back on just regular NBC. I know, Peacock's a direct NBC affiliate. I mean, it is just the tail, but
it was free. Do you have to pay for it now?
There's a free version.
There are 3 tiers. There are 3 tiers to it now.
Peacock Light.
I found that out because I went to go watch WrestleMania, and I
assume all the cool stuff is on the one of the paid versions.
I mean, so now all the stuff that you used to have to pay for, you have to pay for again. What is old is new again. Thanks, NBC.
But you get 3 episodes per season of The Office on the free version, or if you just pay $5 a month, you get.
You big fan of The Office,
or you get YouTube Office for free.
It was one of the first things that I saw on there. I was like, okay, hey, why not?
I just feel like it's my favorite thing about football is being able to flip between channels. But you know what? Maybe NFL Red Zone is technically like streaming. It's just on cable. I don't know.
It is. But let me ask a question of you, because you're the next youngest person in the room. Do you do the antenna thing to watch stuff on NBC?
Not in Youngstown, Ohio, but at home we used to. We live out in the middle of nowhere in Minden, Iowa. That's how we did it. We had an antenna, and it was like, all right, well, if it was a windy day, we weren't getting that game.
Let's ask the pressing question.
Wow.
You feel old right now, not being the youngest guy in the room.
A little bit, yeah.
I kind of saw the
when he
twinkle in
was
your eye
like,
go
I'm
away.
when he was like, I'm 20. I was like,
Hey, if you missed the social media soundbite, check it out tonight, soundcloud.com/afterhours 1620. The segment was brought to you by Pixel Fire Marketing. If your business needs help with social media marketing, or maybe you want to target a certain audience in a certain part of town in Omaha, you don't want to work with somebody nationally, but you would like to work with somebody local to help you build your business online. Maybe you need a website builder or a logo design. Pixel Fire Marketing does all of that. Check out pixelfiremarketing.com tonight and tell Dan DeSavi and crew we sent you over there. We'll be right back with Brian Munson from Husker Online and On 3 when we come back here on 1620 The Zone.
How was I to know?
Hey, everybody, Rob Love here for Forsman's Finest Decks. Warm temperatures are right around the corner, and if your house suffers from naked house syndrome, dress it up just a little bit. Let the finest deck builders in Omaha come build you a deck, put a cover on it, and add that little something that your house has been missing. Head over to forsmansfinest.com and book your dream deck to be built this summer. Forsman's Finest Decks, building the finest decks in Omaha.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
What's better than smoked meats? Smoked meats and sweet treats. Get the 402 barbecue truck to come to your event or stop by 402 Barbecue's drive-thru at 84th and Spring today. Try Rob and Jimmy's favorite, it's the Cadillac. It's brisket and pork topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Choose between one of their 6 handmade sauces to pair up with your favorite sandwich. Mention After Hours and the 402 Barbecue team will throw in a free soda with purchase.
Whether your baseball player is looking for rookie development to build a foundation for better baseball tomorrow, all-star camps to improve skills, make new friends and have fun, or advanced training from college coaches and players to teach them the proper approach and mindset to provide the best opportunity to improve their game, the Strike Zone has a summer camp that's right for you. Camps are running in June and July with a variety of times and levels of skill available. Head over to StrikeZoneOmaha.com and click camps to sign up the player in your life today.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the Academy at 10700 Sap Brothers Drive in Omaha or at GoingVerticalOmaha.com. That's GoingVerticalOmaha.com.
If you're a home or business owner and need affordable and reliable electrical work done, look no further than Alpha Electrical Contractors. There's no job too big or too small for them. They can update your electrical system and enhance your current lighting situation. Brighten your living room or office space today. Call Alpha Electrical Contractors at 402-253-4789. That's 402-253-4789. Alpha Electrical Contractors, family owned and taking care of Nebraska.
Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear is the premier suit buying experience in the Metro. Stop by the store at 78th and Dodge for all your wedding and business attire needs. We've been making sure Omaha is looking sharp for the past 50 years, and we can do it for you. From Mizzen and Maine to Johnny O, if you're trying to look your best, Jerry Ryan has you covered. Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, 7824 West Dodge Road in Omaha.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
If you want all the advantages of a big college without any of the downside, talk to the team at Bellevue University. Everywhere you look, our students are thriving. They're winning sports championships, entering marketing competitions, and taking home awards, conducting science research, and getting published in academic journals, all while they're learning how to make a difference no matter what path they choose. Find out more about the Bruin Advantage at bellevue.edu.
Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is and has always been locally owned and operated. Now, with 160 employee owners, chances are one of us lives in your neighborhood. We take pride in taking care of you, our customers, and keeping you comfortable all year round. And as always, our technicians don't have sales quotas. When other companies send salespeople, Standard Sense qualified technicians is just part of.
Carrier, turn to the experts.
Peerless Energy Systems is Nebraska and Iowa's locally owned and operated authorized solar air compressor distributor. Peerless Energy Systems provides products and solutions for compressed air systems, helping companies in manufacturing, food processing, transportation, auto body repair, car dealers, and more. Driving industry efficiency through service, support, and relationships, let Peerless Energy Systems help you increase efficiency with your compressed air systems today. PeerlessEnergy.com.
Tickets for less. Best seats, best prices, no per ticket fees. Ticketsforless.com. KOZN Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs. This is 1620 The Zone.
That's it. Brian Munson is dead to us. We'll never have him on this show again. He's making me a liar. He's not showing up for our listeners that tune in only for Brian Munson's segment. Now we don't even get to hear his intro. Big time. No, I'm just kidding. Brian, if you're listening, give us a call, 402-951-1620. We're going to talk to Brian about all things Husker football recruiting. He was picking up his son from football practice, so there's a possibility that may have gone late. So we'll give him a little bit of time to get back to us. But if you are listening to the stream and you're in Chicago, Illinois right now, you're obviously probably getting ready for the NBA draft that is about to take place here very, very shortly.
The Mecca of basketball.
Look at you homer.
You see the statue out front of the arena.
Obviously, all eyes are on Paris, France, as they've done the TV cut to the
Paris.
You're ironically, I don't know if this is ironic or well planned out, but you're wearing LeBron James's high school jersey.
It was planned. As
our good friend Keith once said, he hates the fact that you wear jerseys on your radio show, but that's our radio show, Keith. You can call in whenever you want. Victor Wembanyama live up to the hype, in your opinion? And I asked that because I don't know if anybody since LeBron has lived up to the hype of being worthy of the number one.
He's not
player.
LeBron. He's impressive. Don't get me wrong. We haven't seen this. Okay, we have not seen this before. So, I need him to stay healthy. I mean, we know that the guys with that type of body build, they don't fare very well. Like they usually have some foot issues or something goes wrong, lower body. But
also a stigma that gets put on European
players being a little soft. Yes. He's ball centric. He'll be exciting if nothing else for at least 2 to 3 years.
Dan, can you please save the drop of Rob saying he's ball centric?
Ball centric.
We do have Brian Munson from Husker Online joining us now. Were you big timing us there for a second, or did you just get busy?
No, dude. Were you guys trying to call me?
Yeah, Dan called 3 times.
No, it didn't even ring. I am writing my 3 and out piece for tomorrow, but it didn't even ring. Seriously, I was like, oh, those guys must be running late. And then you texted me and that went through.
That's what happens when you have a non-consistent, unprofessional producer. It's okay. Hey, Munson, we appreciate you calling. Obviously, the story of the week is the fact that Dylan Raiola chooses Georgia. As you stated, you felt like Nebraska was kind of out of the picture for some time now. Do you expect this coaching staff to take their foot off the gas in trying to pursue the number one player in the country now that he's committed elsewhere?
You have to. I mean, look, there's always going to be an in with Raiola. If for some reason, if things go completely and totally south, and I can't think of a single reason why the number one quarterback in the country, choosing what could be the first team, ever to go back to back to back potentially. I mean, they're certainly in a great position. I know they lost a ton of dudes, but they're going to be super tough again. And it's just like, I don't know why that would have to happen. But then again, I guess I kind of doubted that Nebraska would have another swing at it after he committed to Ohio State. So I fully expect Nebraska to move on. There's always an in. Dad's a legacy. Uncle's there. Wouldn't even surprise me if for some reason people spotted Dylan Raiola walking downtown Lincoln, and we all go through this stuff again. We'll all have to remind ourselves that Dominic spent a pretty good chunk of his life there in Lincoln for a while, and that Uncle is still there. There's plenty of friends, of course, of Dominic that he goes back to see. So I just think that this is still going to be a story. It's gonna kind of come and go, but Nebraska needs to move on. They've got to get going, because I'm doing some analysis right now, dude. This is not a great year to kind of be looking for a quarterback right now. I mean, look, there's only out of the On3 rankings, out of the top 50 quarterbacks that are out there, only 13 are uncommitted.
We were breaking that down last night live on air, and I was going, I don't know who you get to before you get to a quarterback that's going to commit to this class.
There's only one player in the 500-mile radius that's basically in those top 50, and it's Daniel Kaelin.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some dudes that are like, right at the kind of the border, like of 500. You got to kind of go over 150 miles to kind of get out to, like Tyler Cherry in Indiana. There's another kid in Indianapolis that's committed to Colorado. It's so interesting now to kind of look and see where, you've got regional, you've got some like old stomping grounds like the Northeast. It definitely feels like Satterfield is got some ties back into Massachusetts like Whipple did, before with Watson. And it's just like, I'm really interested to see where things are going to kind of go from here. But this is not a good year for Nebraska. They had their veritable pick last year. They had 4 guys that were, between Nebraska, Iowa, South Dakota, Kansas, and didn't get any of them. And now all of a sudden you find yourself going, okay, well, I'd love to have that same kind of situation pop up again, in 2024, although I was in on the number 1 guy up until now. And it couldn't be any different.
Okay. Humor me.
Get your tinfoil hat on.
You read my mind.
Get your tinfoil hat on for a second.
Humor
Brian.
me for a second, B-Months. I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Okay.
Is Nike secretly involved in this final push for bigger NIL money on behalf of Georgia for Raiola?
Is Nike involved?
Obviously, the swoosh is represented in Athens.
Uh-huh.
Think that has anything to do with it?
I'm not going to say I heard rumors, but
well,
he's not going to say he didn't.
It wouldn't be unheard of, right?
Yeah.
We've heard this before. I mean, I've seen this movie. It was a different sport, and it's certainly possible. I would be I don't know. I'd be a little bit disappointed, I guess, because I just watched the movie Air and it was so good. And don't make me go back now and really recheck my feelings for everything and with that company when that's concerned. But I guess it's possible.
Can I just say why real quick? I think with how much was riding on where he decided to go, and given that Nebraska being an Adidas school was heavy in the running, right? Could Nike take that kind of hit for the number 1 player and some say one of the more exciting players at the quarterback position that we've seen in a while? Could they lose? Could they allow a Nike school to lose that race for Dominic or for Dylan Raiola?
I think that you have got a potential bestseller on your hands. I mean, you can absolutely take that and run with it because it's compelling, and I think that we're going to have nothing but tremendous evidence to kind of sit there and totally, play blackhelicopter.com kind of, feel with all of it. So I think the conspiracy theorist could come out in full force if you wrote a book like that. You probably got a bestseller.
Back down to earth for a second. How important does Stone Saunders, the 2025 Pennsylvania quarterback, come now to this coaching staff?
Yeah, I mean, between him and Blake Hebert, I mean, it's part of my 3 and out tomorrow. I don't want to divulge too much, but I mean, I think that not having Raiola in the class really makes it possible for Nebraska to go out and get a very good 2025 guy. Is it going to be the top rated guy? More than likely not. I think Nebraska is going to have difficulty getting the number one guy at any position, and that's, including Brandon Baker and Nathaniel Frazier, unfortunately, because like I said before, the number one players at their position, they don't go to 4-8 teams. And that's unfortunately the hidden kind of thing behind everything that Matt Rule and his staff so far can kind of do. And that sucks to say.
Yeah.
It really does, because Matt Rule and his staff, they are doing a tremendous job. I said it before and I'll say it again. I can't think of a year that 4 guys came in that were the number one at their position. I've never heard it, never heard of it, never seen it. Not in Lincoln, definitely not. But Stone Saunders becomes very important. I really appreciated his tweet on the heels of Raiola, making his announcement, because a guy like that sees an opportunity. He doesn't see, Raiola going into the room that he potentially could be joining in a year or so. And that to me, that meant a lot. I mean, that could get a guy really fired up about an opportunity to go play for a coach that really could see some remarkable kind of turnaround. If you think about just, if Nebraska finds a way to close out and win some close games, let's just say that you start there. You're not blowing people out, but you're winning games that you should be, and you're not losing games in heartbreak manner, by 1 score. You're going to add 3 or 4 wins right off the top. I mean, you're going to get those wins right back. So if you can do that, I mean, things could really turn around very, very quickly and could make it, very, very intriguing for a quarterback. But I mean, I think Saunders is interesting. I think, like I said, Blake Hebert is another guy that just got an offer a week ago. He's an interesting guy to keep an eye on. He just picked up an offer from Iowa, maybe like a couple days after Nebraska offered. But yeah, Stone Saunders has every throw in the book. What's concerning to me about Stone is this, and this is what I don't like, and this is why I've got to put on my hat, and I've got to think about things a little bit. I'm wondering why Penn State's not more interested.
That's exactly what I was wondering.
I don't get that, and I don't like it when Penn State doesn't want a linebacker, because it's linebacker U. I don't think anybody really wants to argue about that. When they got a guy in their backyard that spins the ball like Saunders, why is Penn State not more interested? And I do have to admit, I think I got some, Cameron Lenhart was a guy that I think Penn State kind of fell out of love with. I think that they felt like he was kind of a tweener. But I think from the spring game, we all can see he's going to be a player. He's got a ton of potential, and there's the leadership stuff away from the football field and the maturity that just goes way far beyond it. And I think everybody should be really fired up about that. So it's not 100%, but it's definitely that barometer that I'm kind of checking right now, and I'm wondering why.
We've seen how effective this staff has been in Florida, but just today they offered Brady Smeagol, a 2026 QB out of Southern California, and Ryan Gia, a tight end out of Georgia. If Texas is the main focus outside of the 500-mile radius, what part of the country do you think is number 2?
Wow, that's tough, because there's been a few areas that have caught my attention here the last couple of weeks. California is one of them. Southern California specifically. That's been one real hot spot for Nebraska offers. Georgia is another one. South Florida is probably behind those two as the top 2. Here's a surprising one: Illinois. Illinois last week, I think that there were 3 guys, I think, that were offered in the state of Illinois. So I think that you're seeing some things kind of breaking open here a little bit. I mean, the one thing I'm going to mention too tomorrow, my 3 and out, is not only am I paying attention to geographic area where these guys come from, it's very interesting to see in the last 48 hours, there's been a number of 2024 offers.
Right.
Go back and take a look at those dudes, because they're basically three positions. It is defensive line, offensive line, and wide receiver. There's maybe one linebacker in there, but that's it. And so Nebraska is really, they're reestablishing some things when it comes to their board. If you don't already have like a sense of that, go back and take a look at the on-3 visitor list that we have coming up for the month of June. There's a lot of new names on there. Those are names that we weren't talking about in March and April. Those are guys that Nebraska has, for the most part, recently offered, like in the last month and a half or so. So it's really interesting. Like, we've established it, like the Gatlin Bears, the Brandon Bakers, the Aiden Brelands, all those guys. Now you're having to kind of reestablish the second wave, and that's what I found myself having to do right now.
I would be remiss if I didn't ask this, because you brought him up, and obviously we started this conversation talking about taking your foot off the gas when it comes to a guy that's committed to Georgia. You brought up Daniel Kaelin, and obviously committed to Missouri, and he's in state, but is there any thought process to, okay, he's also committed elsewhere? Do we just bypass the quarterback position for the 2024 recruiting process and maybe look at the transfer portal next year? Or is it a matter of you feel like they have to get somebody through the high school ranks for this class? And do you even think that a guy like Daniel Kaelin is in that possibility?
It'd have to be the right guy in the portal. I mean, you've already got two guys out of your top three scholarship guys that are already portal guys. You've only got one, Harburg, that's a high school guy. Mm-hmm. I think my preference would be to bring in a high school guy. I really want to start programming my own dude. I want somebody to start doing the organic thing, and don't just tell me it only exists in the weight room. Tell me it also exists in the team room. Tell me it also exists in the locker room. Tell me it also exists on the practice field. Go get yourself a high school guy. That being said, I think it's difficult right now for Nebraska to go back and reapproach Daniel Kaelin. Here's why. Daniel Kaelin knows that he was not the number one choice by Nebraska, and he decided to take control of his own process. He didn't have to wait on a Nebraska offer to go play Division I football. He just took a look at the current situation of the offers that he had in that March timeframe and decided, between whatever schools, to go ahead and go to Missouri. I respect that a lot. I really respect that a lot. And I think that makes him very difficult to reapproach. I think Nebraska probably is likely going to try. Very clearly, Daniel Kaelin is going to play Division I football. He's going to be a good Division I quarterback. He's got all the throws. He's got a good head on his shoulders. I think he kind of gets looked past because people don't think he's very big. Trust me, that kid's got some size to him.
He's been in this studio, and I can attest to that.
Absolutely. I think that's one of those things I think that people don't really understand. He is a put together kid. And I think it makes it really difficult. Yeah, I think it makes it really difficult to reapproach him. But like Nebraska had reapproached Flores, under Mickey Joseph, I wouldn't. It's not going to surprise me in the least if Matt Rule and his staff try to reach out. Maybe still try to casually recruit him, try to get him back in the fall, try to get him thinking about things a little bit. I just don't know how approachable he really is. That's just the honest truth.
You have any hot takes on Victor Wembanyama?
On who?
The consensus number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft.
Oh, I tell you, that's what his name is?
Yes.
Oh, dude. He's like a 7'1" guy, right?
Yeah, from France.
Kind of Dirk Nowitzki-like. I watched a little bit of his film. I always give my wife a hard time this time of year because she actually used to date a guy that got drafted in the NBA, and I always tell her it's like my first favorite night of the year or whatever, and give her a hard time. But no, seriously, I think he's a very, very talented dude. He was fun to watch in the clips that I watched. It was pretty much astonishing because he played against. I watched a clip with him, going up against somebody. And he kind of took him behind the woodshed, and it was another guy who was going to get drafted.
Yeah, well, that's Brian Munson. You can take all of his NBA takes at Brian Munson _ on Twitter. You can also follow him for his 3 and Out for Nebraska recruiting at Husker Online as well. Munson, we appreciate it. We'll catch up with you next week.
All right, guys. Be good.
If you missed Brian's segment, check it out at soundcloud.com/afterhours1620. It was brought to you by Caddyshack Bar and Grill. They've got 2 great locations, 117th in Blondo or 181st in Harrison. It's all day happy hour at Caddyshack. That's $1 off any drink in the entire bar. You can also grab a chicken club sandwich and fries for just $10.95. We'll tell you who the number 1 overall pick goes to in the NBA, and we'll get Rob Love's question of the night when we come back here on 1620 The Zone. Hey everybody, it's Jimmy Allen here for Alpha Electrical Contractors. If it gets a little dark in your living room, maybe you're a business owner and your company needs a little bit more lighting for your clients to come in and feel more at home while in your place of work, give a call to Alpha Electrical Contractors at 402-253-4789. Have your home or business brightened up today.
Your Omaha area forecast from Canoyer Garden Center and KETV Newswatch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
So very pleasant through this evening with the mostly sunny skies and temperatures in the 70s. Mostly clear later tonight. We should drop back to around 53 for the low. And mainly sunny and really nice Wednesday, a high temperature 83. I am Chief Meteorologist Bill Ranby from KETV Newswatch 7.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
Why are we staining this deck again?
It's gotta be done.
Look at Mike and Cheryl. They never have to stain their deck. They just get to sit out there and enjoy life.
That low maintenance sure looks great.
What's stopping us from having the finer things in life?
Are you already dreading working out in the heat on that deck again this summer? Get yourself a low-maintenance deck. Check out Foresman'sFinest.com and have the finest deck builders in Omaha come build your dream deck this summer.
Hey, Mark, that's a fine-looking deck. Thanks, Mike. Got it from Forceman's Finest Decks.
Check out Foresman'sFinest.com today and have the finest deck in Omaha.
Whether your baseball player is looking for rookie development to build a foundation for better baseball tomorrow, all-star camps to improve skills, make new friends and have fun, or advanced training from college coaches and players to teach them the proper approach and mindset to provide the best opportunity to improve their game, the Strike Zone has a summer camp that's right for you. Camps are running in June and July with a variety of times and levels of skill available. Head over to StrikeZoneOmaha.com and click camps to sign up the player in your life today.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the Academy at 10700 Sap Brothers Drive in Omaha or at GoingVerticalOmaha.com. That's GoingVerticalOmaha.com.
It's wedding season, and if you need a suit for you, your groomsmen, maybe even your father-in-law, look no further than Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. Family owned and operated, Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear has been making sure grooms all across the Midwest look great on the big day for the past 50 years. Suits, sports coats, jackets, you name it, they have it. Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, 7824 West Dodge Road in Omaha.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members of FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. Are you the decision maker in your company? Consider this. For the first time in decades, there's a better option for a corporate card and spend management platform. Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management system designed to help you spend less money so you can make more. Most corporate credit cards offer points as incentives, but those points amount to less than their worth in real cash value. Ramp's business cards offer you cash back, real money in your pocket. Plus, you control who spends what with each vendor. And Ramp software collects and verifies receipts automatically, which means you'll stop wasteful spending and close your books in hours instead of days. Businesses that use Ramp add up to 3.5% to their bottom line the first year. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. And now get $250 when you join Ramp. Just go to ramp.com/sports. Ramp.com/sports. RAMP.com/sports.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
All right, gentlemen. One last Bellevue Sports Minute on the night because our Bruins are playing in the NAIA National Championships for golf right now.
Let's go.
Currently, they are tied for 16th place with a team score of 297.
That's all right.
Competition has not yet ended for the day, but all of our Bruins have finished, and Hugo Ronenberg currently is tied for 7th with a score of 1 under par. And as a reminder, we do have a lot, and I mean a lot, of Bellevue University baseball still to play tomorrow. We will get to find out who they'll be playing later on tomorrow between Doane University, my apologies, and Oklahoma City.
Taryn Ferdima is with us tonight as well, and I think we owe him, I was going to say a beer, but I guess he can't have one of those yet. We owe
Not yet.
We owe him an ice-cold lemonade because he predicted that Victor Wembanyama would be a San Antonio Spur by the end of the evening, and it just comes in that the number one overall pick will be going to the San Antonio Spurs. Obviously, their first number one overall pick since, what was the guy's name? Was
Timmy D.
Really fundamental. Oh, yeah, Tim Duncan.
Big
that's
fundamental.
Right. Yeah. So
the bank shot himself.
The Spurs have won the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes, and start printing the jerseys now because they will sell out.
Let's see if you're true NBA fans in here. Dun 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 dun.
Dun dun dun.
Clearly not. Go Spurs, go. Jeez, guys.
I'm a Mavericks fan. I wouldn't. You couldn't.
Be blasphemous.
I knew where you were going. I wasn't gonna do it.
Okay. I hate it because that's the Packers rant too, Dan.
And the White Sox.
And the Whites.
Mm-hmm.
The brand. I appreciate the brand and the logo.
Big Chicago guy today, huh?
I appreciate Chicago sports.
You brought 2 hats with you.
I did. I was trying to give one away. It was declined.
Big John was afraid he had lice.
Possibly.
Big John has a small head.
It's all good.
Yeah, he wears a 4.5. That was kind of surprising by that answer.
You didn't believe that, right?
I mean, he asked it unsolicited. So
the
hat looked kind of small. I didn't realize until
4.5 is a child's head, like a preschool child's
small head John.
That's the head of a child. Yeah, that's perfect.
We ask all these questions to let you know that it is time for the Rob Love question.
Finally.
Tonight. Hopefully, I didn't steal any of your thunder there.
Can something make a surprise reappearance?
Sure.
Top 5 NBA players that should not have their own shoe. Go.
Grant
5.
Hill.
Return to top 5.
The top 5 is dead. We buried it.
We did. I'll start it off. Zion Williamson.
No. Hold on. You got to lean into the gimmick, though. He blew the shoe out in college, so now he's got his own. I disagree with that take.
What has he done?
He dunks really cool.
We were all excited at one point in time about his career.
No. We were not all excited. The 2 gentlemen sitting on this show 3 years ago told you that you shouldn't be as excited as you are in New Orleans to get this prospect, actually.
True.
You and I have been off that train for a very long time.
Yeah, no.
Do you consider Kawhi Leonard to have his own shoe since he's the spokesperson?
He's won a couple titles. He's earned it. And Defensive Player of the Year.
And he does have his own shoe. It is his shoe on New Balance.
New Balance. I applaud him for going slightly a different direction. Because the Kawhi one, the Omni, beautiful shoe.
I'm going to save us some time. If you've never been the face of the league, you don't deserve your own shoe.
Oh, that's
okay.
That's even more strict than my.
And here's why.
But I'm with it
because this all stemmed, and obviously I haven't. Have you seen Air yet?
Not yet.
Okay, yeah, I
haven't yet.
Brian Munson just talked, and
it looks great though.
Everybody is giving it glaring reviews,
Yeah.
and anything usually covering Michael Jordan's past.
Glowing, by the way.
Glowing.
You've seen it?
No.
Okay.
You just said glaring.
Did I say glaring?
Glaring is
glaring.
What's coming off the top of my head right now? Yeah,
generally negative.
Top of your head
reviews.
is glaring.
Excuse me.
Go.
If you're gonna emulate Michael Jordan, then emulate Michael Jordan. I think that should be, and I get it. It's a brand thing, and
so are you saying that Nike is a little too willy-nilly with their shoe endorsements? I agree.
Yes.
So give me who is number 5 on your list. You should not have a shoe. Adidas, Nike, or otherwise.
I think 2 people. It should have a shoe.
Okay.
And I think it's LeBron James, and I think it's Michael Jordan. And I don't think there's anybody else that
nobody else presently.
I don't think anybody else.
Nobody
has
else has a
earned.
shoe. What about Steph? Steph hasn't earned his own shoe. Come on.
Excuse me. 3. Kobe Bryant, but obviously, it surprises me that they weren't some sort of memorial shoe or something.
Well, they are making them forever.
Right.
I hear what you're saying.
But to me,
a limited edition.
And if I'm going to go the reverse here. I'm going to give you the 5 guys that I think does. I want you to give me your 5 that you don't think.
Okay,
give you
you
5.
go the other way.
I'm going to give you my
Dan,
5.
you're in on this too. You're a sneaker.
Oh, I know.
Dan,
I'm here.
If you got a few that you want to fire off, you grab a mic.
Get over there.
So to me, I'll give you the top 5 guys the only 5 guys.
Okay.
In the NBA
who should have a shoe.
That should, and it's all post Michael Jordan because the shoe game wasn't a thing before him. So
obviously he made the shoe game.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, he did.
And there's a movie about it.
Yes.
Obviously, MJ, LeBron, Kobe.
Those last 2. Barkley had a shoe.
Doesn't deserve it.
Wow.
I kind of agree with you on that. I don't know if Barkley fully deserves it.
Shaq.
That's where I was leaning.
Shaq has 2
Here's
shoes.
the thing, though. It has to make sense, right? Like, you can't have a 5'6" white dude wearing Shaq's shoe. It just doesn't make sense. So I'm going to say no there, just from a stylistic standpoint.
AI.
I'm going to give it to Steph. I think Steph obviously deserves a shoe because of the way he changed the game and the way he's inspired other people to play the game. And I think the only other person you can say that about that hasn't won a championship but deserves the respect that you're talking about this guy is Allen Iverson.
Because he changed everything about the NBA.
Because you can't put that shoe on a 5'7" white guy. It makes sense because Allen Iverson was like 5'4". All right, he's 6'1", but on a good day.
Alex Caruso has a shoe with like a Chinese.
Stop it.
Yes, he does.
And I love Caruso.
So does Dwayne Wade.
Is it? I was gonna say, is it that same
so does
company
Klay Thompson.
Clay and Dwayne Wade signed with Leitner before they retired?
I think so, yeah.
It's a Ying Ping or something like that.
So Wade's
they actually look pretty dope.
Wade's Chinese shoe is like
storm out. But
Wade's Chinese shoe is his own, like with like an actual company.
Yeah.
And then
he owns the company.
Clay
right?
specifically, Way of Wade is his company. Yeah. But then the Li Ning is
Li Ning. Thank you.
I think Way of Wade is actually Gabby's company, but just throwing that out.
Because she's from Nebraska. You know, we all know about business and whatnot.
Okay, number 4 shouldn't have his own shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Ja Morant.
Not anymore.
Well, so Michael Wilbon came out and said that he will not let his son wear Ja Morant's shoes.
Fair.
Yep.
It's a bad look. 3?
How
do you not have the answer to this? It's your question.
I know.
Okay.
Because
you're debating the order.
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett. He deserve a shoe?
Yes.
Paul Pierce
does not
deserve a shoe. So that was 3. Number 4. Believe it or not, Karl Malone had his own shoe. LA Gear. Anybody remember those?
I remember LA Gear. I didn't know that Karl Malone actually had a shoe. Holy wow.
Defensive Player of the Year over Michael Jordan, MVP over Michael Jordan.
For other off-court reasons, no one should have been.
I was about to say
we don't have to get into that.
We're not going to wear Ja Morant shoes. Probably shouldn't wear Karl Malone.
Then you shouldn't wear Jordans because he loves to gamble. Where do you draw the line?
Do you not know the Karl Malone story?
Oh, I know all about the Karl Malone story.
I was like, I don't know if I'd be comparing blackjack to statutory rape.
They were talking about ESPN just did an expose story about how the NBA does not want to discuss the Karl Malone anything.
Is that their job? I mean,
it's not, but
what is
nothing
that?
was done.
Agreed. But what is it?
And it was well known.
If the courts aren't doing anything about it,
True.
do we really put it on the NBA to do something?
Fair.
I think somebody should do something, but I think the NBA is the last line to do anything.
I'll break the internet with my number one person who
Okay.
shouldn't have had their own shoe.
Okay.
And technically it wasn't his shoe, but he had his own color style. Larry Bird with the black and white weapons, Converse.
Okay. You're talking about a guy that
Magic had the Laker colors. They were the Magic and Larry Bird special.
Wait. You're not getting off the hook that easy.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, no, you're not.
Why?
Because
Does
that
Larry
wasn't
Bird,
his shoe.
But why wouldn't Larry? Because I was debating between Allen Iverson and Larry Bird because, and I guess
From a marketing aspect,
and I guess maybe I should have put Magic at 5 because if you're talking about flair and style and a guy that could sell an ice cube to an Eskimo, it's obviously Magic Johnson. But
here's why I say that. Because I think Converse was pretty smart. I believe.
I hate Converse shoes.
Here's how I think this went down. I think they originally gave the shoe solely to Magic.
Folks.
I think that shoe was solely Magic's shell design.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said
They're tied at the hip, man. They since college they've been tied at the hip. Because if you're gonna get, they couldn't even do.
Here's what I'll say: how many units of the black and white Converse weapon sold in 1986?
7
compared to the Laker colors. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. I agree.
All right. And let me just say, I think your number one is a little bit invalid, Rob, because it's
because he's one of the top 10 players of all time.
no, because it's quite literally not a signature shoe.
Okay.
We've all no. Hear me out here.
I'm hearing you.
Hear me out.
I'm hearing you.
It was the Converse weapon. When you say signature and shoe and put them together, they have to be
LeBron James wore
shoe.
LeBron James wore the Zoom Generation 1. Was that his shoe?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Doesn't have his name on it.
Has his branding on it.
When the Converse weapon
they were signed LBJ on the
when
on
the
side,
Converse
right?
weapon when the Converse weapon came out, who were the two athletes on the commercial? Matter of fact,
there were like 5 athletes on that commercial.
There were.
Yeah, it was. It was Magic, Larry, IT, some guy from
Kevin
I think
McHale.
San Antonio.
Kevin McHale's on it.
There you go. There are multiple
many
athletes.
guys wear Air Jordans in the league that aren't Air Jordan.
Just call them Air Jordans.
Here's the thing. Here, when you were
That's
mentioning,
fair.
When you were mentioning Kawhi earlier about his shoe, my biggest thing was how many people would buy a New Balance basketball shoe if Kawhi's name wasn't on it?
0.
Exactly. That was a huge
And that's
step.
not probably a high number.
All right, let me ask you this. How many people would buy shoes if Kawhi's name was on it with New Balance now? A lot more, right?
Right.
All right, now let's throw somebody like if Alex Caruso had signed with like a New Balance. You think a lot of people are going to
Not
go out
moving
there
the
in
needle. Not
in the
moving
real
the
white
needle.
Mamba shoes?
Not
Probably not.
moving.
If you had Alex Caruso being brought up twice on the show tonight,
Real
on your
quick.
bingo card. Congratulations.
Do we have
you
enough time for one more thought?
We don't, but
Let's
go
free
ahead.
will.
Is Doc River was Big Baby
Whoa,
Davis right?
Stay there. Hold
Okay,
that thought.
all right,
We'll
all right,
talk
all
about that
right.
when we come back. If you missed Rob Love's 64 questions of the night, check it out SoundCloud.com/After Hours 1620. Rob Love's question of the night was brought to you by our friends at Forsman's Finest Decks. Warm temperatures are here. If your house suffers from naked house syndrome, dress it up a little bit. Let the finest deck builders in Omaha come build your deck. Put a cover on it. Add that little something that your home's been missing. Head over to Forsman'sFinest.com to book your dream deck to be built this summer. Forsman's Finest Decks, building the finest decks in Omaha. We'll be right back. Buying or selling. Spoiler alert, Doc Rivers comes up at 1620 The Zone.
It's all about your stand if you can play it. It's all about playing who's gonna make it.
Hey everyone, Jimmy Allen here for the Strike Zone Omaha. Spring is here. Get your baseball or softball player in your life into the Strike Zone for early spring training sessions. You can also get batting cages for an entire year for free with the Strike Zone membership. Sign up for a Strike Zone membership at StrikeZoneOmaha.com today.
When you think Caddyshack, you think about an unforgettable dining experience. Stop in for Meatloaf Monday for just $10.95. Tuesdays are all about the happy with dollar drinks during all-day happy hour. Celebrate a Wing Wednesday with After Hours. Thursday is Spaghetti Night for $10.95 a plate. Or grab some lunch on Fridays with the $12.95 hot beef sandwich. Caddyshack. 2 great locations off of 117th and Blondo and 180th and Harrison. The official watering hole of After Hours on 1620 The Zone.
What's better than smoked meats? Smoked meats and sweet treats. Get the 402 barbecue truck to come to your event or stop by 402 Barbecue's drive-thru at 84th and Spring today. Try Rob and Jimmy's favorite, it's the Cadillac. It's brisket and pork topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Choose between one of their 6 handmade sauces to pair up with your favorite sandwich. Mention After Hours and the 402 Barbecue team will throw in a free soda with purchase.
Sure is hot.
Yeah, why can't we cover our deck like Mike and Cheryl did?
Yeah, their deck sure is nice.
The ice in my drink melted.
Be the hero of your own story and protect your family from the sun. Call Forsman's Finest Decks and get your deck covered this summer.
How's your drink, sweetie?
Just fine. Thanks for calling Forsman's Finest Decks.
Spend more quality time outside without getting burned. Check out forsmansfinest.com today and have the finest summer yet.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the Academy at 10700 Sap Brothers Drive in Omaha or at goingverticalomaha.com. That's goingverticalomaha.com.
If you're a home or business owner and need affordable and reliable electrical work done, look no further than Alpha Electrical Contractors. There's no job too big or too small for them. They can update your electrical system and enhance your current lighting situation. Brighten your living room or office space today. Call Alpha Electrical Contractors at 402-253-4789. That's 402-253-4789. Alpha Electrical Contractors, family owned and taking care of Nebraska. Well, what do you know? Spring's finally arrived. Good thing, because Chesterman Coca-Cola and Hy-Vee have teamed up with Omaha's Henry Dorley Zoo, voted America's #1 zoo for a cool Coca-Cola deal. From April 19th through May 17th, you can go to any Omaha, Council Bluffs, or Papillion Hy-Vee stores and get 3 packages of 7.5-ounce mini cans for just $11. Core Power High Protein drinks are 2 for $5, and Core Power Elite High Protein drinks are 2 for $7. Pick some up today.
Did you know that Bellevue University is investing nearly $32 million into its campus facilities in the next few years? Construction is underway on the brand new athletics field house, and there's already a multi-million-dollar science lab and sustainability greenhouse, a state-of-the-art cybersecurity lab, modern apartment-style student housing, and a contemporary math lab. Schedule a campus tour soon and see the Bellevue campus for yourself.
You are listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
7:43 on a Tuesday night here at 1620 The Zone. We're brought to you by Bellevue University. Head over to bellevue.edu and become a Bruin tonight. We got a very quick lightning round version of Buy or Sell with Dan Campbell. Dan, what do you got for us?
All right. Starting things off, as of right now, the hottest ticket in college football is Nebraska at Colorado in week number 2. No surprise there. The cheapest seat is going for $550. Buy or sell that this will keep Nebraska fans out of Boulder.
Sell. Those seats will be gone very quickly. And even the lower bowl seats are going for $1,200 to $1,500. You know why? Because they're going to get it. And it will still be painted red in Boulder come September 9th.
Colorado's a fun place to visit.
You can smoke weed there. People forget.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see your
well, and on top of it, I think we have a very good chance of winning that game. So yes, we will buy those tickets.
Take that, Dion. What do you got first, Dan?
Number 2, speaking of Nebraska, Colorado, Alabama and Texas will be slated for a 6 p.m. kickoff on ESPN that same day. Buy or sell this, meaning that Nebraska and CU will be the big noon kickoff on Fox, which would be 10 a.m. local in Boulder for kick.
That's going to be horrible. That's Nebraska's luck. I'm buying this. With that being said, if you want to buy said tickets out to this game, you want to see the price drop on these bad boys, watch it be a 10 a.m. kickoff. You'll be able to get those $500 tickets for about $200. So if you're planning on going, hope this happens.
I'm buying. Yeah, I'm buying. It's Alabama and Texas.
Yeah, they play football. Tuscaloosa.
Awesome. Pretty good. Big followings. Yeah, I mean, this is a business decision. Yeah, I'll buy.
Dan, go next, number 5.
Thank you. The 76ers have moved on from Doc Rivers.
Some are saying.
Buy or sell, this being a good move for the Sixers.
Buy.
Sell.
Okay.
And here's why. Because I don't know if you have the level of success in Philadelphia you have without Doc being able to keep this team managed, but you had to fire him because you just gave James Harden and Joel Embiid all of that money and you're not getting it back anytime soon. So you have to keep them. And obviously you have to make some change. And at this point, the coach was expendable. And that's the only reason that Doc Rivers got fired is because you can't fire James Harden or Joel Embiid.
I hear what you're saying. I still buy being a good move because this is not new news about Doc Rivers. We've heard this from even ex-players who have said KG and Paul Pierce and Rajon Rondo saved him.
Whoa. And Ray Allen.
Excuse me.
Respect on Ray Allen's name.
Oh, was Al Horford on that team?
He was old enough to be on that team, but no.
He wasn't. Okay.
He was still in Atlanta.
He was in Atlanta, yeah. So no, I buy this. It's no secret.
That was 15 years ago.
Wow. That's crazy. It's no secret Doc isn't the greatest X's and O's coach. So I'll buy. They have a small window and they gotta get it done.
If you missed Buy or Sell tonight, check it out, soundcloud.com/afterhours1620. It was brought to you by Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. We all know Jerry Ryan is the premier suit buying experience in the Omaha area. But you know Jerry Ryan is also the exclusive retailer of brands like Mizzen & Main and Johnny O. Stop by Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, 78th and Dodge. Get your suit game right. Make sure your closet's up to date, too. Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. Check it out, 78th and Dodge. Tell them After Hours sent you. We will be right back winning you some money. You know, 1620 the zone.
Some of you might still be in that place. If you're trying to get out, just follow me. I'll get you.
Hey, everyone's Jimmy Allen here for the Strike Zone Omaha. It is almost the end of the college baseball season. You know what that means? It means the top developmental college baseball league in the country is about to be underway, the Corn Belt League. If you have the ability to open your home to a college athlete and be able to help them to continue to live their dream of playing college baseball this summer, check out cornbeltleague.com to become a host parent tonight.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
Take your business to the next level. Reach more customers and expand your online presence. Pixel Fire Marketing is here to help. Pixel Fire Marketing creates high-quality professional websites tailored to your business. Their experts are with you every step of the way to make sure your website is visually appealing, user-friendly, and optimized for search engines. They also offer web design, development, hosting, and maintenance. Get started on your website. Visit pixelfiremarketing.com. That's pixelfiremarketing.com now to learn more.
Whether your baseball player is looking for rookie development to build a foundation for better baseball tomorrow, all-star camps to improve skills, make new friends and have fun, or advanced training from college coaches and players to teach them the proper approach and mindset to provide the best opportunity to improve their game, the Strike Zone has a summer camp that's right for you. Camps are running in June and July with a variety of times and levels of skill available. Head over to StrikeZoneOmaha.com and click camps to sign up the player in your life today.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the Academy at 10700 Sap Brothers Drive in Omaha or at goingverticalomaha.com. That's goingverticalomaha.com.
If you're a home or business owner and need affordable and reliable electrical work done, look no further than Alpha Electrical Contractors. There's no job too big or too small for them. They can update your electrical system and enhance your current lighting situation. Brighten your living room or office space today. Call Alpha Electrical Contractors at 402-253-4789. That's 402-253-4789. Alpha Electrical Contractors, family owned and taking care of Nebraska.
Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear is the premier suit buying experience in the Metro. Stop by the store at 78th and Dodge for all your wedding and business attire needs. We've been making sure Omaha is looking sharp for the past 50 years, and we can do it for you. From Mizzen and Maine to Johnny O, if you're trying to look your best, Jerry Ryan has you covered. Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, 7824 West Dodge Road in Omaha.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
Oh, what do you know? Spring's finally arrived. Good thing, because Chesterman Coca-Cola and Hy-Vee have teamed up with Omaha's Henry Dorley Zoo, voted America's #1 zoo for a cool Coca-Cola deal. From April 19th through May 17th, you can go to any Omaha, Council Bluffs, or Papillion Hy-Vee stores and get 3 packages of 7.5-ounce mini cans for just $11. Core Power High Protein drinks are 2 for $5, and Core Power Elite High Protein drinks are 2 for $7. Pick some up today.
You're listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
I don't know how to feel about this. Obviously, the NBA draft lottery was tonight, and as we said, the Spurs get the #1 overall pick. But before that, the NBA commissioner, Adam Silver, was asked about the Ja Morant situation and said a whole lot of nothing in 2 minutes.
Big shock.
Said he was disappointed, said that there will be consequences, and they discussed consequences after the last incident with the strip club and the gun. Obviously, another firearm. And we talked about that last night. This is on the NBA to do something, right?
At this point, it is, yes.
Yeah, this is mandatory counseling, mandatory having to step away from team activities for.
He said there's going to be
a while.
He said there's going to be a more lengthy suspension. He did say that.
Ja forfeited. He forfeited that he could handle this like an adult and fix it himself. So yes, the league needs to step in.
I'll retweet it out at Jimmy Allen 1620 on Twitter. I'm very disappointed. And I mean, there's a lot of people tweeting in that it's about time that the league's doing something. But I mean,
What are they doing?
They said they're going to have a more lengthy suspension. But I mean, everybody kind of assumed that already, right?
I mean,
I think he was given an opportunity to kind of make an example out of Ja Morant, and I'm kind of disappointed he didn't take the opportunity to do that.
Agreed. I unfortunately I feel like the situation, like Ja himself, clearly has this 1,000-foot view of himself that's clearly not. It's not conducive to his occupation, to his well-being.
10.2 million followers on social media,
and really, that's all. In my opinion, that's who he's doing this for.
Yeah,
he's showing out for them because.
I mean, obviously, he was doing it on Instagram Live,
right? Because
for me.
Somewhere along the line, he put out this. I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. This
Instagram Live video.
Well, this
persona.
Thank you, of himself, that he's somebody not to be messed with in the streets, and it needs to be fixed before that backfires on him, because there are a lot of haters out there that will try you just because you think you're the man.
You have people who go up to go up to mixed martial artists at bars.
Yes.
Just to
have a go.
Just to find out if they're that dude.
Hold my beer.
This brings to mind one of the most poignant movie scenes that we've seen within my generation. His real name's Clarence, and he's got real nice parents.
Yeah.
And he went to Cranbrook. That's a private school. That's what's going to end up happening to John Morant if he doesn't watch out.
Didn't Shannon Sharp already put him on blast?
100%.
That might have been my favorite thing that's ever happened on this show.
That was fun. Shannon put him on Front Street. Said, Jai, we all know that you are not this hardcore gangster that you're pretending to be on social media. Your parents are great people, raised you right. For some reason, why does social media make some of our
because I got a thought on
okay.
that. Yes, he has a platform and a TV show. Shannon is doing that for Shannon. Shannon is not doing that for John Morant. He tries to make it sound like he's doing it for John Morant's better half. He's doing. He has learned from the master and Skip Bayless. They're a carbon copy. They're a carbon copy of each other at this point. Shannon, I hope you threw away that blue checkered suit. It was awful.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, he was called out as a man in person. And I commend Shannon for while it was a bad look for him, he had to do what he had to do.
Yeah.
At that moment in time,
I've kind of pivoted on that because I know I was pretty hard on him about that moment too. But I because if it's me and somebody's checking me, yeah, I'm probably having the same results.
So
give us a lock tonight. We got picks. What do you got? One winner.
Lakers covering 7.
Dan Campbell.
Well, fade the A's, Arizona Diamondbacks.
The live line is now Nuggets -9.5. Give me the Nuggets -9.5.
Wow.
The most sports books have that series going 5.5 games. Take the under on that. I think the Nuggets win it in 5 as well. If you missed any of the After Hours Lounge tonight, check it out at SoundCloud.com/AfterHours1620. That segment was brought to you by Pyramid Roofing. It's nice outside. Maybe you haven't noticed, but it's about to rain a whole lot. If your roof is leaking, why wait any longer to get it replaced? The #1 roofer in Omaha does windows, gutters, siding, even your roof. Let Pyramid Roofing come take care of all of it. 402-502-9300 or check out pyramidroof.com to book a free estimate today. For Dan Campen and Taryn, for Dima, I'm Rob Love. I've been Jimmy Allen. Happy National Barbecue Day.